Welcome back to the game, guys. Sorry, I'm just setting up the overlay here. It's now tied up 2-2, or skied up, depending on your point of view. So it turns out there's a little bit of outside influence on that last game. Before we do introductions here, Snute was complaining a little bit that I guess Scarlet and everyone else was laughing as MMA did the gold base money sign, so Snute was a little bit distracted.
Oh, yeah, but the thing Snute said, though, because he heard them laughing, so he knew that MMA was going to take the gold, but he didn't. So he still went for the 15 hatch.
Good guy,
despite
Snute.
hearing them, despite knowing he's going to do it.
Alright, well, we'll see how this game goes. We got a bit of shenanigans already at MMA. We'll talk about that more in a moment. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map, it is our red Zerg player from Team Liquid, Liquid Snute.
And in the bottom left, we've got our blue Terran player playing for Team Acer, going for the proxy barracks. It is MMA. And wow.
Okay, so this is like the most common proxy racks location. Snute might not be expecting this after the shenanigans of last game. This is actually a really intelligent move out of MMA. This is also a really hard position to 2 racks in, though. You don't quite have that free 3 bunker locations, and you can't quite get that same safety bunker. You have to put it much further back if that's the case, but Snute, as you pointed out before, though, is a player who's very comfortable playing against proxy racks. He's played against many of them in his career. And this might not be a free win for MMA, but it's something that I don't think Snute's going to see coming. Not initially. The Overlord will scout this, though.
Yeah, it might be like, I can't find the word right now, deceiving for some people when they see how Snute's going to go about this, because he's going to see this coming when it's already too late. And he's going to be going, okay, when gas before pull, but still, you know, the timing is fine, even though he wouldn't like to take that gas so quickly. But what Snute does is, you know, he just opens 15 hatch, 16 pull, like whatever. He lets the hatch finish, and then he lets it die. And okay, he's putting drones early now, but he lets it die. He gets a creep tumor in his natural. He gets those 3 spines in his main. Then he puts the 3 spines down to the natural with lings to make sure the spines can get placed. And then he just re-expands after, you know,
keeps the drone alive, gets the SCV.
Oh, loses the drone, but
he's gonna get the other SCV. Oh no! Oh my god!
He can't find it.
It's too close to the building. Yeah. You'd have to A move, and if he A moves, it goes for the Marine. So that
sucks.
That was so close to shutting this down outright. But you know, one of the other big things about Linen Satchery Complete, and I'm sure just described to you many of the exact way Snute does go about this, and one of the biggest things, of course,
and
is
see the spines. Yeah.
Well, that, and it spreads a lot of creep too, so it really limits how close the bunkers can get, where they can go. But in this scenario, that's not going to matter. If you had stopped that first bunker, this would look very, very different, guys. But 3 spines in the main, Snute should be able to hold this.
Yeah, so I think now he's going to make links in his main to make sure he doesn't lose the spines. We don't see him doing it yet, but I've analyzed this a little bit. And then he's going to he makes 4 links in the natural now. When these 4 links are to make sure the creep tumor, or the queen in the natural can get the creep tumor down to support the spines later. So he's going to move the spines down already now. A little bit early, but okay, we're going to see the creep tumor now, I think. There we go. And links to protect the tumor, so... Now he's just going to re-expand when the bunker is fended off, and he's just going to, you know, macro out of this. So this is pretty much how Snute does his proxy racks defense. So you guys at home, you can try and copy this, because I tried it myself on ladder. It's a nice way to do it. You let the hatch die, you re-expand, and...
Don't do this. I want some free wins by 2-raxing. Don't do this.
No, it's just a nice way to do it. And, you know, MMA is taking this expansion now. Oh, what?
It's...
cancelled? What?
Maybe a misclick? Yeah, I saw those smoldering remains. Oh, he's taking the gold! So BM!
Oh
but you know
my
what?
god.
This is actually a really smart move, because so oftentimes the counterattack from this is a lot of lings that run past Marines, run past bunkers, right? And they try bailing bots or go for an attack at the natural, shut that down. Snute, there's absolutely no reason for Snute to check the gold base on his own side of the map. This seems silly out of MMA, and maybe he's halfway joking, but this is actually not a bad move.
This is weird. It's cool, yeah. Like, there's not gonna be speed for a long time, so...
He did say at the start of the game, again, gold base with the $sign, so... True to his word, MMA is an honorable man. Might be a bit of a scumbag, but... an honorable man.
This is so weird. So, MMA took 2 gases early. He's mining 3 workers on one and 1 worker on the other. So he's gonna be making a... Yeah, there we go. Proxy factory next to the barracks, and... Oh, he's making a tech lab. He's gonna do a siege tank contain with the gold base? Oh, I love it. I think so, right?
I could only imagine. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the times you see the siege tank with that gold push on Habitation Station. I don't know that I've ever seen it as proper 2-racks follow-up. I've seen weird contains, of course, but we'll see if this pays off. I mean, the siege tanks will beat back the spine crawlers. That's the whole point to it, right? But if there's enough speedlings that can dive past the Marines, pick off the siege tank, and disengage, I don't know. This is going to be a bit odd to see, because again, a lot of this is what you're not expecting. Is the gold base is going to give a lot of extra income for MMA. Look at this creaser, by the way. This, I know you can really leap over like that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's actually going to help him out a lot, because if he makes if he expands those tumors another time, he's going to see those buildings producing. And there's the siege tank and a lot of Marines. So this is just cool, man. I'm loving this. And these siege tanks, they're going to hit, the mineral lines if he gets vision.
It's the most unconventional way I've seen this performed by either player, really. I mean, Snute is granted it's his own standard, but there's so many different ways you see players react to this. I mean, a lot of people will end up railing back off that one base, maybe try Nidus, maybe go for a Baneling bust, but Snute's actually macroing out of this kind of nicely, I'd say, for now. But once that tank comes in, this becomes a lot more dire. 9 roaches. How many speedlings currently available? 10? I mean, he should be able to deal with the tank, but he's going to take losses in the process, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at the tech and look at the work account. Exactly the same as last game. 15 in the main, 15 in the main, 16 in natural, 2 gases, roach horn, and there's the Baneling nest. He's going to do exactly the same thing as he did in the habitation station, except the position he's in this game isn't as bad because he didn't lose those drones early on. So he's going to be going for that roach, Bane. I mean, it's an all-in, but he's going to have to break out of his base first. So
it's going to have to all into an all-in. And the problem is, even if he all-in succeeds in the main of MMA, the gold base is going strong. There's a starport coming out of the gold base.
But I mean, if he breaks out here, all of the production for MMA is right outside. So if Snute breaks out, I mean, he's going to win the game. MMA is not going to be able to protect his production facilities with a wall or anything. So if Snute can break out, he's got this. But I mean, it's going to be tricky. There's 2 bunkers, 2 siege tanks. Yeah.
Look at the siege tank on the left, by the way. That's so well positioned. That's so much more surface. They got to dive through bunkers. They got to go through siege tanks. For Snute, I don't know that he can actually break out of this. The Banelings will have no speed. They have to go through so many bunkers. This is Zerg hell is what this is. Look how many bunkers MMA has.
I mean, roaches are good versus tanks and Marines, so
he doesn't know about the gold. He doesn't know about the gold still. That's the worst part.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Like if he can break out, he's gonna win. But
okay, that's a hell of a lot of queens.
Bunkers.
If there's one thing that's good at soaking siege tank hits, it's queens. Banelings get focus fired there by MMA though. Not go for the roaches, not go for auto attacks. Takes out every single Baneling before it can connect. And this is looking like it's gonna be MMA's game.
I mean,
that was such a mean laugh, by the way. Ha! It's gonna be MMA's game. Ha! Come on now, man her up, like, Jesus.
We didn't mean it like that, Rifkin.
I know, I'm just teasing.
I just almost can't believe it. Like, this is...
Well, those spines are still alive? That's what I can't believe. He's... Queen's doing it again. A couple transfuses coming down. Maybe can burrow one of them. No, both go down. Queen's obliterated. GG.
Oh my god.
MMA takes the lead 3-2 now in this best of 7.
Terran's so strong.
Terran,
what does Snute do? I can't even come up with, like, normally I'm like, yeah, you should have done this, you should have done this. But I'm just sitting here like, well,
truthfully, I feel like a Nidus Storm would not have been a bad idea. That's the only thing I can think of, honestly, because he was so contained, so heavily contained, like, and it was that slow push in. How do you escape the base? Take the other side of the map, maybe? Whatever the case may be, guys. It's not for us to decide. Way Station will be the next map.